is it, creature? Talk to me. How? Like I'm about to face the day. It's nice to know like what kind of ground I'm standing on. If I'm standing on any solid ground at all, or if it's all just quicksand. What can I make of this? Well, you can rest assured that the shit's gonna keep piling up. So you're tuned exactly where you need to be, because I'm going to give you some things to take away with to use throughout your day as the show ends, as you'll see, that I think will be helpful for you. However, for now, what can we make of this? Well, here we have a person with hundreds of thousands of views saying that millions upon millions of people voted and sold out their daughter's future for a cheaper carton of eggs. Alright, so now we get to take a nuanced, complicated, complex issue, boil it down to a complete exaggeration and caricature of the other side, add in some inflammatory language, and then spew it back out as the truth. If you are upset that you lost, you now get to look at the other side with something like self-righteousness, which you see in the first person there. Already, right? Well, what happens? The other side hears that sanctimonious, self-righteous crap, which I say in all kindness, I do. I had a moment where everyone was like, we need to engage in introspection, by the way, and I was quite sad. This is when I saw the SPD video, and so I took a moment just to like, all right, fine, I'll start down that path, and I started to see something like this. And I was like, okay, I know you're messing with me. I don't think so, right? So it's in kindness that I provide that label, right? Hello, fellow traveler, as it were. Not gonna think too much about that. You'll see in a minute. What do we make of this, right? So now the other side gets to hear their position labeled as such, and perhaps you have, I don't know, a single mom who's trying to raise 3 kids, who isn't so much concerned about a cheaper carton of eggs, but paying the rent, period. Because as gas prices have doubled, that means she can no longer afford to put a roof over the heads of her children. That's how tight her budget is. Meanwhile, the neighborhood she lives in has become a crime-ridden den because of what's going on at the border. She's not far away in a suburb of Dallas from where people have been killed. She wants to protect her children. She wants her daughter to have a future at all, period. Well, she's gonna hear that. She's gonna get self-righteous and fling it back. And this whole thing is gonna keep going. Okay. Right. Where does that leave us? That leaves us where we started. Never going to be Antonio Banderas and Salma Hayek in Desperado. That's not going to happen, apparently, for the American people. So as we wrap up this show, what do we do, creature? What are we supposed to do? What are we supposed to do? How do we get through this, right? Back in the day, right? Regis Philbin, he would start a new exercise program, or there would be a healthy meal, right? That Kelly Ripa would share, right? Howard Stern would have a joke. What about you, creature? You're our morning show guide into the world today. What are we supposed to do? All right, here's the thing, okay? No one's come up with a slogan yet, right? They had resist back in 2016, right? Resist, and that was a big thing, right? Nobody's got a slogan yet, right? Biden was elected and it was FJB, right? And that was the thing, right? Or let's go Brandon, that was what it was, okay? Nobody's got a slogan yet, right? And you can start to sense, if we start to think about some of this a little bit, like, oh, that this shit now. Right? No, right? So what do we do? All right. So I started thinking we need a new slogan. That's what we need. We need a new resist. And I was like thinking, okay, maybe it's react. That felt pretty good. Maybe it's replenish. I don't replenish what? Like, maybe it's readjust. Okay, but then that starts to readjust to what? Like, I don't know. And this is then what I hit upon, and this felt really good. Retard. That's it. Retard. That is what we need to all do. Retard. And we're already doing it. It's already happening. And those of you who are doing it, you're continuing on and having something like peace in all of this decay. Retard. Yeah. Retard. Right. Shut off any of those parts of the brain which might cause you to reflect in any way and just keep going. A lot of you are already doing it and it's going just great. And I do mean it. Like, I'm talking like, yes, retard. And this is, I think, this clip here from this movie back in the day is a pretty good example of what that looks like and also what a lot of you are now already doing.
Have you seen my baseball? Hey, check it out. Have you seen my baseball?
Yeah. Right, I'm single focused. I walk my baseball. I got my earmuffs on, and that's it.
Hey, buddy, come here. I think I know where your ball is. You see my baseball? Yeah, I see it.
Good. 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 You'll find your way. Of course, like you, yes, I'm also saying that you are, well, but, I mean, what do you expect? So I do want to give out a couple of shout outs as we get ready to close up the show to some of the retards out there who've been doing pretty great. There was this woman who attacked a Trump rally.
An 82-year-old woman was arrested in Edmonds for a hate crime and assault, and the whole thing was caught on body camera. Take a listen.
She's committed a hate crime at 82.
Wanted to hurt? Oh, yeah. It wasn't aggressive. No, it wasn't like an aggressor, but she just punched me at my chin. Yeah, she did. She punched me. She punched both.
There is this woman who, after years of preaching woke stuff, tries to walk away from it. Excuse me, I don't think so.
A lot of calls about this piece, and it's an interesting message for Democrats. Maureen Dowd's piece for the New York Times entitled "Democrats and the Case of Mistaken Identity Politics." It really crystallized how some Democrats are finally waking up and realizing that woke is broke.
What do you think, we're stupid? No, and by the way, we mean it.
Very good evening to you and welcome here to ABC 6 o'clock. I'm Sarah Murphy. Brian McElhatton is on assignment here today. We begin with an ABC4 exclusive for you in Salt Lake City.
This is the last one. I think this one is the best.
A woman is in custody after climbing onto electrical transformers in an apparent mental health episode, causing power to shut down for hundreds of people today. This happened at Rocky Mountain Power.
I don't know what it is about that one, but that just sort of captures all of it for me, right? It really does, what we're talking about here. Climbing up onto an electrical transformer and shutting down power for hundreds of people. Retarding. All of it. So, there you go. Those are your walking orders. If you're looking for a way, how do I do it? Just retard in some way. Yeah. There's plenty of options out there. And if you need one at all, just look to me. Yeah. Get that donut. Eat it backward. Praise yourself. You should just say feel good for having done nothing. Welcome to game.